What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Understanding the Reason. I'm your host, Jerome Majette. Very excited that you guys are here. We have a lot to go over today. On this video, we're going to be talking about, are we living in the last days? And we've been looking at the book of Matthew and what's been recorded there that, Jesus had given some insight into what we should be looking for at the end of time. Okay, so we're going to be doing that today. Before we do, though, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Those of you who are looking to take us up on our selfie offer, pick up my book, Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It. 18 years of good research here that'll help you in your journey of understanding why God put us here, right? Also, if you pick up one of our shirts, send me a selfie on my Facebook Messenger. Today, we're going to shout somebody out who has done that, and we'll do the same thing for you. If you stick around, at the end of the video, we're going to show that individual and just shout them out and show our appreciation. And we'll do that for you too. Okay, so let's get into our topic. So, man, we've been looking at what the scriptures clearly indicate are signs of the end of time, right? So we just had a total solar eclipse. And if you guys have been looking at anything on the internet or on YouTube pertaining to the end of time and all that good stuff, we're interested in that too, okay? And that's what we're talking about over here. So let's take a look at what the Lord said over in Matthew chapter 24. And we've already talked about the fact that Jesus Christ, just to kind of set this up a little bit, Jesus Christ was asked by his disciples, when will the end of time be, or the end of the world be, and the sign of his appearing, right? Because Jesus said he's coming back, right? And we're going to talk about that maybe a little bit in this video, or we may just go ahead and talk about it exclusively in another video, but we'll see how it goes, okay? So he said, watch out. This is in Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. He said, watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name claiming I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. So what does to deceive mean, right? Well, to deceive means that someone is telling you a falsehood, intending for you to believe it as a truth, right? So we talked about on our last video, if you haven't seen that, man, that video was fire. We talked about deception, and we talked about how the enemy has made this thing into a religious deal, and it has nothing to do with it. Religion is not why God sent Jesus Christ to the earth. He sent him here to destroy the works of the devil. So what are the works of the devil? Deception, lies, sin, which is a violation of divine law, all of the things that are negative and evil in the world that we as human beings, we say, if God is real, why does he allow these things to happen? He's going to end all of that. And that's why he sent Jesus to the earth, right? So we talked about that in one of our videos. You can go back and check out the playlist. Man, check out our playlist. Go kind of scour through there. You'll find some good stuff, man. We've been having this conversation since, the beginning of the year, right? When we started the channel. But so he uses deception as a way and to deceive people into moving in a way that violates divine law and rebels against the creator. That's plainly put. And that's exactly what his motive is, to deceive. So that's what Jesus said over, and again, Matthew chapter 24, verse 4, watch out that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. So we talked about that, how that deception has ramped up. There's over 10,000 or up to 10,000 active occults, false religions, all of that operating in today's world. And not just that, but many of them are claiming to represent God, right? Represent the true and living God. Now, just for our purposes on this video, how do we know that we're dealing with the real, true God? Well, he said, this is his characteristic. This is what he said. I show you the end from the beginning. I show you things from ancient times so that when you see these things happen, you know that you're dealing with me, right? So that's the key. Prophecy is the key. There's so many different religions out there. If this was a religious argument, then it would be, it would be, my religion versus your religion. That's how religion stacks up. But the reason we know this is not a religious deal is because of what the scripture has said, and the key to it is prophecy. Man, prophecy is the absolute key. Why? Because the things that are being told thousands of years before they happen, and they happen, that's a reality. That's the real deal. If I told you you're going to hit the lottery, right? You're going to hit the lottery on next week Wednesday, and that lottery is going to be over 200 million, and you're going to have the winning numbers, and you're the only one that's going to have the winning numbers. And then when that time comes, you get your ticket because you believe what I said, and then on that Wednesday when they announced the numbers and you got the ticket, I told you the truth, right? That becomes a reality for you. That's what prophecy is. Prophecy is what is going to happen being announced before it happens, right? So Jesus Christ has given us prophecies. He said that there's going to be a number of illegal representations of him that's going to persuade millions and millions of people, and many people will be deceived. That's one of the first things that he talked about. The second thing he talked about, we talked about that also in the previous video, that there's going to be wars and rumors of wars. What's happening right now? Right now, there's conflicts all over the world. In fact, we looked it up, and there's over 110 conflicts, armed conflicts happening right now today, right? We hear about the big ones, right? The Ukraine and uh, Russia deal that's going on. We're hearing about the Palestinian Israel deal going on, and now Iran, for the very first time in history, has included itself. And usually, what they do is fight through proxies, but they decided that they're going to attack Israel straight up. Well, that's been prophesied. That has been prophesied, and we're going to break that down. That's super important. In fact, the scripture alerts us and tells us that if we pay attention to what's happening to Israel and Jerusalem is going to be the actual linchpin that causes all of these different world wars and everything. In fact, the scripture says that every nation on the planet will be against Israel in the last days. That's powerful. That gives you an idea that something is going on. Now, think about what just recently happened. The president of Iran and his second in command were killed in a helicopter wreck. Well, guess what? Even though that it's been blamed on um, inclement weather, a weather event that caused it, mass fog that caused it, and the pilot couldn't see or whatever, and boom, these kind of things happen. Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash on a foggy day. So that's not improbable, right? But here's the deal. There was 3 helicopters. Well, why did the other 2 make it back and that one end up crashing? So guess what? Nations are blaming who? Israel. Okay? Now, it's all setting up. That part of it is all setting up. And what's supposed to happen is all of these different nations are going to come together and band against Israel. You just had the UN send out a warrant for the prime minister of Israel's arrest, right? man, I'm telling you, this thing is ramping up and it's going to keep ramping up. Now, the next thing that we want to briefly touch on is the next thing that he said. He said over in the 7th verse, same chapter, 24, verse 7, nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. So guess what's happening? That's exactly what's happening. All of these nations are rising up against, not only against each other, but they're also rising up against their enemies, and ethnic groups are fighting against ethnic groups. You see all of this stuff, all of these conflicts are happening en masse right now. And it seems like it's increasing. And that's why we've been talking about these last days. So we're going to be getting even deeper into it. We're going to study this out. Those of you who are looking to understand, bring somebody back with you. Let's look at it together. That's why I love your comments. Your comments have been helping me making sure that we are on the right track, that we're looking at the right thing at the right time. Because I believe, this is me, something big is getting ready to happen. Why? Because 7 years ago, and a couple months ago, 2 months ago or so, we had a major, I believe, message that has been given to us in the heavens, man. God said that he was going to show us things before they happen. That's one of the things he said. And he said that he was going to mark it in the heavens. And so that no person could literally manipulate that, right? So, man, we are getting ready for something big. Our channel is really talking about, dedicated actually to why are we here, what is our purpose, and what happens next. And so if you're in pursuit of those things, man, we welcome you to be here. Bring somebody with you. If you take us up on an offer to pick up our shirt or pick up our book, man, please do so. Send me a selfie and we will shout you out. So please stick around until the end of this video so you can help us show some love to the person we selected, okay? Man, we appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you so much. Our channel is kind of new. We just went over 1,000 subscribers, and it's all because of you. And we want to just thank you guys for participating, okay? We love you, man. Thank you so much, all right? We'll talk to you soon on the next video. Peace.